Is Mexico City safe? The short answer is no. But the real question is whether that should stop you from visiting or moving abroad here to Mexico City. I'm an American that has been living here abroad for over 8 years, so I think I can answer this question just about as well as anyone. I'm going to be talking about my own experience, the experience of people I've known, and some general safety tips for getting around the city. So I'm from Ohio, and I've lived in some places that you could definitely classify as not so safe. The biggest things that really happened to me in the first couple years were actually just small things like the maid taking some money from me in my house or some other objects. But the most common thing definitely was getting my cell phone stolen on many occasions. This often happens in the subway or in this bus that runs through the whole city called the Metro bus. Rule number 1, if you use public transportation, subway, Metro bus, Pecero, these little buses that go across the city, keep your valuables in a backpack and keep them in front of you. Because if they're behind you, they can get to that too. One day I was in the subway and I remember thinking, I'm gonna listen to music because if I had my earbuds in, no one's gonna steal my phone because I'm gonna know. So the doors open and I walk in and all of a sudden the music stops. And I know exactly what happened. So I play it cool and I don't make a scene. But then all of a sudden I hear, the guy who did that, he's in the yellow shirt and he's leaving now. And I get out of the subway to go find this person. The doors magically close behind me, and I realized that it was all a scam. And that guy who told me that was probably working with the guy who actually stole my cell phone. I had another instance when I was getting on the Metro bus waiting for the bus to arrive, and when the doors open, the people start pushing me in, and I'm basically losing my balance, and I have to sustain myself like this, but I have my 2 hands up, and what does that do? It leaves my pockets available to reach in, and sure enough, my cell phone was stolen. Be aware of crowded areas. When you're walking through crowded areas, put your hands in your pockets and cover your things. Of course, this is just a preventative measure, which I think could help a lot, but then again, they could always just push you like they did me, and you'd be in trouble. Keep in mind, English does draw attention. Now, there could just be mostly Mexicans wanting to practice with you. They're very friendly people, but at the same time, it could draw the wrong attention. So you need to be aware of that. Recommendation number 2, don't go where you don't belong. Now, I haven't had really any major safety issues, but I just follow this rule. I don't go where I don't need to go. Helps immensely. You won't find me in Tepito or any of these other dangerous barrios that you can search for in Mexico City here on YouTube. Another thing is things can happen anywhere. Just because you're in a touristic or popular area like La Roma or Conesa doesn't mean things can't happen. They can. Of course, yeah, I feel more comfortable walking around with my cell phone and kind of having my guard down a little more than normal, but everyone knows where the money is, so just keep that in mind. Number 3, trust your instincts and be aware. When you're out and about and you're walking around, maybe you'll feel walking down that street's not a good idea, or walking by that shady looking person. Trust your instincts. Why are these people randomly just chilling outside of the bank? And I don't see anybody getting money out of the ATM, so maybe it's not the best idea for me to do it right now. I find that having a healthy level of paranoia takes you really far here. I remember one night, my ex-girlfriend and I, we were walking back to her house, and on the side of the street there was a very shady and suspicious looking guy. I chose to walk past him and not cross the street because I didn't want to show my girlfriend that I was afraid. Stupid decision. Thankfully, she pulled me and took me across the street. I remember feeling a really dark vibe about it. I didn't follow my intuition. All it takes is one bad decision. I've heard cases about kidnappings, robberies, house break-ins, the police wanting money from you, the government disappearing 43 students. You might ask yourself, should this affect your decision to visit Mexico City or to move abroad here? I've known many foreigners, and the truth is, I haven't heard about really anything that happened to them other than being really overcharged for something. The majority of the bad things that I hear that happen actually happen to the people that are from here. Risks do exist, but then again, so do they in your city. I remember the first time going back home and I arrived in Cleveland, I was almost attacked 2 times within a half an hour of arriving. One guy was coming at me so high on drugs that I swear that I was in a zombie movie. Mexico City is one of the best cities in the world, and there's a reason I haven't wanted to leave after 8 years. There's so much to discover, and no matter how long you stay here, you always discover something new. It's my favorite part of the city. Mexico City and Mexico as a country have so many things worth experiencing. Everything it's known for. The people, the language, the amazing cuisine, perfect weather, the traditions. So come here and let it change you. So this channel is about life lessons and self-improvement. So if you got something out of this video, give it a like, subscribe, and why not check out another video?